Hey guys, Nathan Brendan Masters, and I've been teasing this. I think I teased in the last video, and well, you know, I'm moving from Panasonic to Sony for production. Not for everything, but for a lot of the major stuff, especially when we get into filmmaking and stuff like that. And this is the beginning of that. So if you read the title, there's no secret to what this video is about. The Sony RX100 Mark V. That's my new camera of choice for vlogging. And yes, it's viable for 2020. It will be viable for 2021, 2022, 23, 24, and probably 25 and beyond. This camera has an f1.8 lens, built-in ND filters, S-Log 2, manual control. The 4K on this camera is downsampled from 6K. This is a professional camera. In anticipation for this, I grabbed some of those new Moa batteries off of Amazon. Link is in the description, of course. You know how I do. Got to drop that affiliate link. There's so many iterations of the RX100 out there that you should be able to get one of these for a good price. I wanted this, but I was going to wait for it until I found it for just over $300, and I bought it immediately. Here's one for $350, but the camera usually goes for about $450 and up. In fact, there are people charging upwards of $600 and $700 for the 5A variant. Of course, be sure that you read the descriptions carefully, fully. Some may be parts models. That means that there may be something wrong with them that may or may not be fixable. So use your best judgment. There's some great deals on eBay around the December-November period. You know Christmas is coming and people are offloading stuff. So you might want to jump on that. So this is my new vlogging camera, the RX100 Mark V. This has everything I need for vlogging, as well as, oh, we got a good boy over there. This has everything I would need for vlogging. It's 4K capable, has incredible slow-mo. You guys know everything that's up with this camera. I mean, everybody talks about this camera, and it's still the perfect camera in 2020. So why is it the perfect camera in 2020 when you have a 6 and a 7? This camera has a 1.8 lens, and it has ND filters, built-in ND filters that will allow you to walk around in the daytime just like this and get a clear image and not be blown out. Now the big thing with this camera is, like I said, autofocus. I don't know what is going on with Panasonic and their autofocus. Canon and Sony, they got it together. Panasonic just can't get it together. You know, even the GX85, which if it had autofocus, that was good. If it had good autofocus, that would be the perfect camera. I wouldn't even have bought this. I would still be up on the Panasonic bandwagon because I like the Panasonic image. But I like Sony as well, so I'm going to be breaking it down in a certain way. I'm just going to break it down where, in a lot of cases, if I'm doing something where it's just people that aren't doing a lot of motion and stuff, they're just kind of sitting down, maybe have a conversation. I'll use the Panasonic for that type of stuff. But a lot of the other action scenes and things, you know, where there's a lot of motion, I'm probably going to go ahead and use the Panasonic. Although I will say the stabilization on the G85, man, that stabilization is tight. But I like this. This stabilization is nice. In 4K, you don't get I don't think you get the active stabilization. But this is real nice for what it is. Real nice stabilization. And Sony is, I mean, they can't be beat with the autofocus. So that's where I'm going right now when it comes to Sony cameras. When it comes to production in general, I'm going to get the Sony cameras. It's not like I'm a stranger to Sony. I mean, you know, we shot the perfect letter with 2 Sonys. And back to that slow-mo everybody loves. This was shot at 1080p at 60 frames per second, but this camera is capable of 1080p at 240 frames per second in the HFR mode. HFR being high frame rate. So why this camera instead of one of the newer ones? If you prefer a faster lens, built-in NDs, and a cheaper price with that same Sony quality, autofocus, and stabilization, this is the camera for you. Now, in fairness, the 7 does have a microphone jack, but the 7 is also over $1,000. And I know you get some extra picture profiles and things like that, but is it really worth it? Does it fit into your workflow? You can get that same Sony quality for half the price and sometimes less. Besides my G7, this is the most powerful camera in my arsenal. But the downside to this camera is it only does 4K for 5 minutes. Just enough time for you to get some good B-roll. But for this camera to have this many professional features at this size, at this price, at this time, it's a no-brainer, man. It's a no-brainer. And I didn't even get into what everybody loves about this camera. The flip-up screen. That's the big deal. It's not a touchscreen, but you can see yourself. That's key. In the past, I've been questioned about my purchasing decisions. Why did you buy this old thing instead of this shiny new thing? Well, this old thing is either A, what I can afford, or B, what I need, or some mix of the two. This camera gives me what I need and what I want. It's the perfect start to a new beginning in my YouTube journey for both vlogging and filmmaking. What people didn't understand back then was I was always on YouTube, just looking, researching, and that's why I made the decisions I made. And I think all of you should do the same. Make the purchasing decision that's not just the new shiny thing. I mean, unless you got that kind of money and you just roll like that, hell, I would do it too. But get the thing that's right for you. Research, and get the thing that will help you do what you're trying to do. That's it, guys. You take it easy. Hasta.
Don't look back, we're here to stay. A life we knew would come one day. And this is it, the borderline to where the future leaves us behind. The fire